it's Q&A time. Woo! Last entry I asked you guys to ask me questions for my Q&A. Why have a Q&A? To celebrate 1,000 subscribers. Jesus Christ! Thank you all so much. Like, genuinely, thank you. I started this YouTube channel not expecting anyone to see it, but so many of you have seen it, so many of you have supported it, so many of you have said so much nice words to me, and I've made many friends because of this channel, and for that, thank you all. Thank you all so much for supporting me, for watching me, for subscribing. I really do appreciate all of the support. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. And so to celebrate, Q&A! Okay, let's get started. First question is, do you have any pets? If not, what would you want? I have a pet. I have a pet in the Philippines. She's a cat. Her name is Toby. I'll put some pictures up on the screen of her, but this is my precious, sweet little girl. She is so sweet. She loves me so much. I love her so much, and I miss her. So even though we got a girl cat, I really wanted a boy cat, and we couldn't decide on a name just yet when we got her. So as a joke, for the first few hours of us having her, I called her Toby because again I wanted a boy cat. But then when we finally decided on a name, she wouldn't respond to anything that wasn't Toby. We'd be calling her what we were supposed to call her, but because I kept calling her Toby for the first hours that we got her, she wouldn't respond to any other name anymore. Like, she would completely ignore us whenever we called her any other name that wasn't Toby. So that's why her name stuck. Ever since I left Japan, she got babies. She finally mated with a male cat and has babies, which is so amazing to think about. She's a mother. I'm a grandmother. I hope I can visit the Philippines soon and see her and her babies, because who wouldn't want to see kittens? Next is, what made you start creating videos? This whole channel started as a personal thing. My doctor recommended I start a journal for my mental health, and so I did. But then after school, I noticed I don't have the time and energy anymore to do journaling on a notebook. Writing has always been like a task for me, and I ended up not being able to journal every single day because, again, writing was such a task for me. But I still wanted to journal. I still needed to journal because journaling was genuinely a really good way to like output my feelings, to let them out, to basically let go of them. It was a really nice way to relieve some of my stress. But again, I couldn't do it most days, even though I really needed to. So I thought, hey, journaling doesn't only need to be like writing, right? I can do it like a video form, right? By this point, I already have a failed YouTube channel. I already have experience talking in front of a camera. So I was like, you know what? Why not? It's just a video journal. I'm just gonna start this random video journal on a random YouTube account and just use this as, a substitute for writing, which really worked. Honestly, it worked really well. I'm so glad I started this because it's less time consuming and like energy consuming than writing. But yeah, that's the whole reason I started this YouTube channel. I needed to find somewhere I could journal and let out all my feelings, but not have it consume so much energy. Next question is, what encouraged you to start making content of this genre, and how difficult is it to do like editing or like recording / retaking videos? I don't retake any of my videos. Like, I do all of this in one go. Sometimes I retake my lines, but that's only sometimes. Most of my videos just done. Editing usually takes like about 30 minutes on a good day. If I'm not, like constantly procrastinating it, it only takes about 30 minutes minimum. What encouraged me to start making this type of genre? I didn't even know this was a genre. I was just making journals. I was just talking about shit that was on my mind, stuff that happened to me and stuff I'm thinking about. I didn't even know this is a genre. Nothing really inspired me to do this. I did this for myself. I never posted to be a content creator. I did all of this for myself, for my own well-being. When you guys ask me like, oh, what encouraged you to make this type of content? Nothing. This was all for me. But I'm really glad you guys do enjoy watching this type of stuff, I guess. I'm glad you guys enjoy watching me yap, and I'm glad I can inspire some of you to do the same. I'm glad I can be that inspiration that I don't really have. Next question is, how long are you planning to do journals? I don't know. I would like to say I'll be doing this forever, but you never know what life is going to be throwing at you. As of right now, I don't have any plans of stopping it anytime soon. As of right now, this is a forever thing for me. So don't expect me disappearing off of the platform anytime soon. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving just yet. Next question is, if this channel got really big, like 100k subs, what would you do with it? I don't really like to think about that. Like, I don't really like to think about like, oh, what if I got really big? It's not like I don't know what I would do. It's like I don't know if I'm gonna be really big. That's a chance. I'm not sure if it's certain, so I don't know. If I got 100k subs, like 100k of you watching, pretty much just do the same thing I'm doing, because I started this channel, you know, again, to journal for myself. Even if I have 100k subscribers, if you guys subscribe for this type of content, obviously I'm not going to be changing the content, right? I do like making music, so I might slip in a bit of, you know, music content every now and then. I might sing on here. I might post some of my personal songs, but I pretty much will be doing the exact same content, I think. If I ever want to do any other content, I'd probably do it on another channel and then just mention it once here, and that's it. But yeah, no, I'm probably still going to be doing the exact same thing. Next is, are you going to do YouTube to a higher level at some point, like monetization, more types of videos, etc., or will you just keep to journals? Again, I'm probably just gonna keep the journals, and from now and then music. So that answered that question. Next question is, how many languages do you speak? I speak English. English is my first language. Even though I lived in the Philippines, I was born and raised there. My first language was English. Don't ask me why, I have no clue. Second, I speak Filipino. Obviously, I was born and raised in the Philippines. And my third language is Japanese, because I just recently moved to Japan and I would say I'm pretty good at it. I studied a bit in the Philippines before going here, so I can keep a conversation going, and I can, you know, I know simple Japanese, so I would say that I know Japanese. Next question is, what are you planning on doing after school, either Japanese or maybe in the Philippines, if you return? Your career path, basically. I don't know. Honest answer, I don't know. Fantasy answer that I would like to say is music. I don't know if it was obvious, but I really, really like music, and I would really, really like to do music, but I don't know if that's going to be a possibility, like a real possibility, like a realistic possibility. So I don't really say it. I don't really count it as one of like my career paths, dream career paths. But if you know me well enough and then you ask me that question, I'm gonna tell you that I want to do music. My dream is to become an artist, to publish my own songs. I want to do world tours. Before I went to Japan, actually, my answer to that would be a lawyer. I've always liked law. I like the idea of like finding loopholes around law, and because my family actually struggles with some legal matters that I cannot talk about, it kind of inspired me to study law, because I really want to help less fortunate people with legal matters that they don't know how to go around. They never were taught how to go around. I want to be a legal advisor. But since I moved to Japan, that's going to be a bit difficult. That dream of mine, a bit far-fetched. It's a bit impossible. If I move back to the Philippines, I might do law, but as of right now, not possible. Next question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how homesick are you? Actually, not that much. Like, probably a good 7 or 6. A good 6. I just miss mostly the food and being able to understand people, but I'm not home sick. In terms of like environment and space and people, Japan is definitely better. But you know, there's always gonna be that part of you that misses some part of something. That was really stupid. I'm so sorry. I guess I'm homesick for the food. Only the food. Next question is, when did you move to Japan and why? I moved to Japan about almost 6 months ago now. The reason why I moved to Japan is because I was always supposed to be in Japan. Since I was like really, really little, I was already supposed to be in Japan. That was the plan for me. The plan for me ever since I was a child, to move to Japan, study there for the rest of my life. But because of complications, a lot of complications that I can't talk about, I wasn't able to get here until now. It's probably been like 7-8 years since the plan to put me in Japan, and only after 7 to 8 years has it been put to action. So that's crazy, actually. I've never thought about it. 7 to 8 years later is like when the plan actually happens. Crazy. Next question is, what do you like the most about Japan? I really like the environment. I like how quiet it is and how clean it is. Oh my god, it's so clean. Compared to where I was, compared to the Philippines, it is so clean. It's so organized, it's so clean, it's so quiet. It is so quiet. One of the main things in life that is like a must for me is peace and quiet. And I never had a single day in the Philippines that was peace and quiet. That was just peace and quiet. But here, I can film outside my balcony and only have like minor disturbances. But yeah, the environment. That's what I like the most about Japan. Next question, what is your favorite childhood memory and what's one thing you absolutely want to do within the next year? My favorite childhood memory? My favorite childhood memory probably, it's very general, but the beaches. We used to go to beaches a lot when I was a kid, and I think that's how I grew my love for going to the beach. I only have like little scenes in my head of like times we've gone to the beach, but every single one I cherish it so deeply in my heart, especially in the cold times. I don't really like beaches in the hot times because most of my memories, the beaches were cold. So I like going to the beaches during winter time. That's my favorite childhood memory, the beaches. Especially at night, beaches at night, it is so quiet and all you can hear is the waves of the ocean and like someone who's talking to you, and you look across the ocean and it's just dark. You can't see anything, and you're sitting on the sand or on a chair on the sand, and you're digging your toes into the sand, and you're talking to your dad about really silly stuff, joking with him. Yeah, it's amazing. I love beaches and everything that is held in it, which is really funny actually, because I have a slight fear of the ocean or like big bodies of water. As long as I don't go in it, I'm fine. I get kind of spooked when I am in the water. What is one thing you absolutely want to do within the next year? I want to make an album. I want to make an album and publish it somewhere. I don't care if I get money off of it. I just want an album. That's it's such a simple want of mine. I want to make an album. I want to show it to my mom, my brother. I want to go, wow, and I want to publish it. So that's that. I lost a screenshot for this one, but it says, what do you miss the most about the Philippines? I think I already answered this earlier. It's the food. It's the food. I love Filipino food so much. I don't want to diss Japan, but their dishes, especially their side dishes, sometimes it can get a bit old, and sometimes it's not good at all. But I don't want to tarnish Japan's name on food because there is really good food here. But in terms of eating it every day, I would much rather prefer Filipino food. Last question, I also lost the screenshot for this one, so I'm so sorry, but any advice to give to fans? So they didn't even add like about what, so I'm just gonna make something up on the spot. Be happy. I know for a lot of us, that's something really difficult to achieve, especially for me. Ever since I was diagnosed with severe depression, I just decided in my head, oh, so that's what it is. I just decided since then that I'm just gonna be sad because I was diagnosed with depression. Of course, that's what that means, right? I'm sad. So for the past 3 years of my life since then, I was just sad. I was upset about everything. I could only feel joy for short periods of time. After that, I'm just sad again. But I realized this year, that's not it. As long as you decide that you're sad, you're going to be sad. I have so much help in my life. I have so many people in my life who love me. I have so much people in my life who care about me. And I was still sad because I decided that I was sad. So if you ever feel like you're not improving, no matter what you do, no matter how long your journey has been, it's probably because you're just deciding yourself that you'll be sad. That's all you are. Lately, I've tried to be happier. And God, is it so happy to be happy. I don't know if it makes sense, but it is so happy to be happy. I finally let go of that being sad thing, because being depressed doesn't just mean you're sad. No, sure, you've got something wrong with you, but it doesn't all mean that like you're just sad. That's not what depression is. So when I finally let go of that, when I finally let go of the conscious decision to just be sad all the time, it's been so happy. Life has been so happy for me. I've been able to enjoy good moments. I've been able to laugh along with all my friends and not feel that dread of, oh, after this, I'm just gonna go back to being sad. No, you don't have to. You can just be happy. So, yeah, that's my advice. Try to find happiness even in the saddest of days, because that's a mental thing. That's something in your head. It starts with you. Happiness starts with you. Ending the cycle of sadness starts with you. So that's my advice. Oh my god, this is the longest I've ever recorded. It's been 30 minutes. I actually have somewhere to go after this. So that's a bit awkward. I guess that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed that little Q&A. If you guys learned more about me, maybe I'll do another Q&A in the future. Imagine each like subscriber goal I hit, I just keep doing Q&As and you guys are so tired of it by the end of it. Oh man, another Q&A. You guys have like run out of questions to ask me. Okay, I probably won't do another Q&A for a long time. I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. Thank you again so much for all the support, all the love, all the really nice messages. Thank you. Thank you. So I guess I'll see you in the next one, and I hope you have a good night.